Hello, and welcome back to the ongoing quest to set up a functioning vehicle chain. And even before I've clicked record, we already have a problem to deal with, which is that the vehicles we're using for oxygen are no longer available. But I did see something rather fun coming up, which is the Thompson Auto Tanker, which is a thing which was built and was not well. As mentioned here, was never used commercially. Was built on an 8-wheel lorry chassis, but was very popular as a matchbox model. I think my cousins had one. I was slightly too young for it to be the current matchbox lineup when I had my matchbox cars. And so yes, so thousands were produced, just not at 1-to-1 scale. Now we've been making bagpipes here. 31 tons of bagpipes, but the thing we're really going to be interested in is the steel sheet, which is going to be for our vehicle body plant. So let's have a look at that. So let's look at the vehicle body plant. So we have steel sheet now, and paints and coatings we can just get from a wharf. So glass is the next thing. So let's have a look at Glassworks now. I'm not so sure, because I think we've moved soda ash about. We've done things with soda ash. So I'm wondering whether we actually already have a Glassworks. Yes, we do. It's all the way up here. So, and in fact, the AI has been servicing it as well. So it doesn't produce much glass yet, because it also needs sand. So let's think about this. Let's get this all going. So we have a drop-off station here. And I think let's make this all complicated and difficult. So let's put a pickup station. It doesn't need to be a very big pickup station here, because this glass is not really that much. We're branch 290 is getting old. I'll leave that for a little bit. But yes, it does not need to be a very big pickup station. So we'll have a sort of line across here. And I think maybe, well, this could be quite nice as a sort of little exit here. So I'm kind of making it roll on, roll off, even though it probably doesn't need to be. But oh no, I can't do that there because that's diagonal. So there we go. We're in branch is getting old, yes. And lots of vehicles suddenly getting old. It's going to be a little bit inefficient, because this really should have the signals directly on the station exit. Actually, that's a question. Which way round is this going to go? Yes, it is going to go that way round, because what we're going to do is we're going to take that and pop that across there. Ooh, now will I get away with this? I might. I guess, yeah. Oh, yes, I can get away with this, maybe. Well, this is going to have to be a long bridge, so there you go, just a suspension bridge. And then this is again not going to be that efficient as a station, but we will live. We will survive with that. It'll be fine. There we go, little sort of bit of artwork in the station there. This is wholly inefficient, but it's fun. That counts for something, doesn't it? Right, there we go. So this probably we can bring these sort of diagonals across a bit. And even though that AI is kind of helping us, really, with this bringing in the soda ash, I'm still going to build over its tracks, over its road. Why not? Okay, so what are we doing? So we want to bring this down here. So this is passenger, or is this is I think this is a passenger line. So let's bring this round. So it's a body plant. So I'm thinking a body plant should be somewhere over here. So we're going to bring this into the morass, aren't we? So and where the junction, it's maybe more over the other side of 5 bridges. So Just bring that off there. Just I kind of want to avoid that kind of crowded section around 5 bridges. I feel that's all getting a little bit. Well, it's maybe not necessarily oversubscribed right now, but it will be if we want to start remodeling it. It's going to be annoying to have lots and lots of things in there. So let's not have lots and lots of things in there. Let's only have a few things in there. So this is going to be our route, which carries on up to the glassworks. It is up here, yes. So you can have some nice long girder stills and maybe go straight over that there. I don't think there's even any vehicles. Actually, no, I won't go over that straight there, because what I want to do is actually tunnel under this. So look at that. That's nice and complex. Oh, we're paying dividends as well. That's showing that we've got lots of. So we're building up rather a cash pile, and we're not actually making. I say not actually spending as much on running costs, because the dividends are set up so that you reserve a certain number of months of running cost. So when you start building a really big cash pile, as we've been doing with our 15 million that we're sitting on, if you're running your running costs aren't so large that you need that for your running costs, and you start paying dividends. So it's kind of, it's good and bad for us. So it's bad in that that's an awful big pile of money that's going just not quite nowhere, because it will. This is a fairly recent version of Villages is Villages type running, and one of the things that Villages is Villages will do in newer versions is when you pay dividends, it will cause new buildings to be built in your kind of home city where your HQ is. So, and it does have a practical purpose. Not all just money pouring into a black hole in the name of balancing gameplay, but it's still yes, it's still money that we're losing. Still money that could have gone to Roots and Track, but we probably shouldn't worry about it if we've got 16 million. So the whole point of paying dividends is you've got more money than you know what to do with. So your shareholders give you some knowledge as to what to do. Actually, that doesn't need entrance signals. It just needs the exit ones. So this won't be totally efficient. I say that. This is going to be a thingamy, isn't it? It's going to be a loading station, so we should put an overflow depot on it. That should do. I think most things can get to most things from there. That should be not too bad. So let's go back to the correct signals, and that's connected up there. So and check that we've actually got signals here. Why don't I have signals there? That's concerning. That would be why. So there we go. I never connected that. Connect that, and that's good. So yeah, so paying dividends basically means that we have a lot of cash relative to our running costs. Given how marginal some of those recessions have been, I'm going to say that's not entirely a bad thing. Okay, so that can come down there. Now, that's the rod mill over there. Now, how do you get the body plant? Not the body plant. So well, actually, yes, it will be the body plant, won't it? Because where are we going to build this thing? We want to build the body plant. And this is where the sheet comes from. And this is where well, let's think about this. So we connected up to glass there as a loading station. We still don't have sand going into the glass. It's all really getting rather disorganized. But let's have a look. So that's the glasswork. Where is the sheet and bagpipe mill? Where did I build that? That's over here, isn't it? So I think let's have a look. Let's come back to the industry chains. And let's come back to the body plant. So let's link this more. Let's see where are the things that we have? So we have wharf here. We have a sheet mill over here. We have vehicle assembly plants around here, which will want some things. We have wharf there. The glassworks wharf sheet department. I kind of feel that it makes sense for it to actually be more sort of in the middle, as we can bring the paints and coatings from this wharf here. So maybe it does mean some of the trains having to go over this height. So maybe a bit more to the south. Maybe. I think around here. So this is where I'm going to build my body plant. It's just in this sort of little valley here. Site unsuitable. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's a long thing. Okay, that makes some sense, I guess. So this is going to be my unload side station. So you just have some catastrophic environmental disaster for this. And this is probably going to need a fairly big unload station. I guess so. It's going to be quite a bit of stuff to unload this. So that's going to come in there. And then I'm going to actually make this a roll on roll off through here. So this is going to have a little cutting through there. There we go. So thinking of the other junctions for this is probably going to need a sort of two-way junction. Let's build a little bit out into the sea. Nice sort of little coast wall there. That can come around there and back up there. And I'm trying to avoid building these with too many tight turns. I know I'm a bit inconsistent with the tight turns. Like sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. There we go. That's going to be a nice unload station. So Chrome City's getting old as well. Well, I haven't seen any getting very old, so I'm not going to worry myself too much about that. So that's going to become my unload. Although actually, those Austin vans, I'm not sure if those are still available. So we probably should upgrade those. Let us do that. Let's take this Austin 10 HP and let's blanket replace them with Comma FCs. It's a good old Austin van. What's this? A strange van, actually. The Commas, because they were. We should probably also let's have a look for where are we? AEC Regent 2s. Let's put some Route Masters. Let's replace them with Route Masters instead. Bristol L's. I think maybe Bristol Low Deckers. We've got a few of those. That's not too bad. I think these are probably okay. These will probably stay as is. And that's probably enough for now. Leyden Badgers, those are a bit old. Let's replace those with Bedford TKs are a bit less capacity. Let's have Fudness 20s for those. And the Carrier Bantams, they're about the same. So that should modernise that fleet. And there we go. So we've got our unload station there. Let's see that we can get back up to where the glass is. So that would bring you back up there. Bring you back up there. So I think we're mostly there, apart from the fact that we now. So we bring the things in here. And actually, that junction is not quite right, because what we want to do, really, is bring them around here. So let's do that. So should I do that in a loop like that, or should I do it in a loop like that? Let's do a little loop like that. It can always be changed if need be later. So that allows trains to come in through there. And then this up here, we can just have a little diversion along here. And then this can kind of tee off. I guess here is a fine enough place for it to tee off. And that's maybe a little bit inefficient around there, but let's see. I don't anticipate taking that too many glass trains. So this should be okay. This is Sharp Street, so this is going to actually have to be a Sharp Street load as well. So let's put a little waypoint. So this is glass load. Spoon. well, why not? It's massively overkill for what we're doing, but if we're paying dividends already, it's not. We're not really that worried about overkill. So let's try these. Let's try these spoons. And the glass 47 is quite good, I think, because. And so what actually will carry the glass? So glass, I guess, actually. Oh, we probably want that to go in a van of some type. Fitted van? Does fitted van carry glass? No, it doesn't actually. Glass. It goes on salmons, so we'll just put some salmons and then this glass, 171 tons. That's way more glass than this produces at the moment, but I might even go make that even worse. But I think this will get better when I start moving sand to here. So let's just get this, and then let's go to the glass load, go to Sharp Street, and then all the way down here. Let's see if I can do my navigation, which is to come all the way around here, and then we're going to dump that off the bodyworks. We want to go via the unload, and then I've been failing on my conditional auto jumps, but I really should be doing this. So remaining lifetime is more than 1 year. We should go to there. Otherwise, you should go to. I think we'll have a. Well, let's build the depot a little bit out of the way, shall we? So the depot is going to go to here. Then we're going to sort of go on. I just want to put a little route finder penalty in that as well, just to stop trains routing over it, unless they really need to. So there you go. So that's my glass. So that's glass. So this is the good glass house stone throwers. People in glass houses should throw stones if they can afford the repair bills, or they're very careful with the stones. One Leicester. This is a D81 class. It's just a thing the D81 class is no longer available. So D81, yes, that looks like a no longer available. So Holmes class C is being upgraded slowly. 48, the D81 class. Well, I'm looking at all these steam locomotives, and of course I'm forgetting this is the diesel age, and this apparently is quite powerful. So I think maybe. So I'm torn. I might make it a peak. I think peaks get retired. But oh, and these, right. These D81s, yeah. So D81s will become sorts of peaks. They should. Express passenger trains. This is what usually happens to me at this point. So I'm actually going to say make them replaced with Hymex. Let's do that instead. I have no real logic on doing this. Right. Okay. That should be that sorted. So we've got glass happening. We should think about the sand which goes to this glassworks. So sand, where can I get sand from? Sand is a quarry, I think. So let's have a look at the chain. Something is transporting glass already. It's not that. Oh, I've made my classic mistake. All the things that I set up, and of course they don't actually full load any cargo. No, that's fine. Let's just send it back. There we go. So send these back. They should start picking up glass. Oh yes, so it's a quarry that we get the sand from. So let's have a look where we got a nearby quarry. Let's link that to the small map. So yes, that was because I built. That's because I built a body plant. I'm not too fussed about that. So I have a quarry here that is going to a glassworks here. That's really not useful for me. But the useful thing here is that this is actually does have a good rating. And there's a load of sand. Oh, excellent! I've got like sand coming out of my ears here. So So let's do that. Let's set up this station at a quarry. So let's make this road thing less of a mess. So let's put a depot there. Then these can go, and this can all go, and this can go. Then I can actually have my station nicely next to the quarry, and it will cross the road, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to get rid of the road anyway. So 6x2. Avoid order. Oh yes, because of course it has the depot, doesn't it? And there we go. So that's going to be my little setup there. Do I want to put an escape depot? Escape depot is not really needed here. I think we could just, because it's quite out of the way in the middle of nowhere. So I'd say that will be fine. What I will do is just sort of create a bridge there. Ooh, not quite quick enough, which will slow those road vehicles down, but I'm not worried about that yet. And then see here. So this is a this is actually a legitimate train line. So we want this to be probably how we get over to there. That's 70 miles an hour. So 70. Well, freight trains may go faster than 70 at one point, but for now it's fine. Yeah, so I want to come up here and cross this peninsula. So there we go. So 130 mile an hour bridge. Maybe, it should be consistent with my bridge selection. But so this just needs a little island, I think, built in the middle, just to make the bridge spans not too horrific, while still being, we're still feeling that we've actually taken the penalty for going across the water like this. We're not just raising the land to create a huge kind of causeway, which we could do. I mean, we could afford it, but it's not quite right. It's sort of, kind of thing that Gomez Addons would have referred to as dirty pool, and liked, because of course the Addons family did enjoy, sort of cheating, as that's the way you play the game. Anyway, let's get up here, scoot around and build. Yeah, lots of tree destruction, which may upset Barmouth, but I think we probably have quite a long time to before we actually come to try to connect them. So it's going to go up here, I think, and then we're going to end up going sort of via near the horse uncloning vats, and that brings another question, which is New Rock was never the most efficiently designed bit of track work, so we can just sort of pop that there anyway, and then come up through here past the uncloning vats, a little wiggle up that way. Oh, that's the station. Okay, but that's not needed now. You can disassociate the station. That's not needed. That's fine. So that can go. Oh, they've still got bits of station all around here. Oh no. This filter thing. This has messed with my muscle memory quite a lot, I think. It's definitely something that I'm struggling to get used to. But there we go. We can come around here and let's give this a nice, decent amount of space before it comes up here. So this, I think, this junction lets you come. This is going through 5 bridges. So we are going to need to probably just add some bridging here. So let's do that. Let's have a bridge here if we want to go vertically. So this yes, it's fine. This can go up through here. We'll probably go up there. And then we just go through that, and then go for that, and then we can unify them up a little bit. So, having said that, I wasn't going to go through 5 bridges. I've now done exactly that. I've gone through 5 bridges, but this now will bring me up towards Sharp Street. So they can come up here, and then There we go. Nicely under the passenger line, not mixing the slow freight line with the fast passenger line. So here's another fun one, though, which is that I'm going to come up here, and I might just actually cut this out and then do this as a tunnel. Good. No speed limits. Does have the air resistance problem, but there we go. So that can go there. That can go there. That's good. That good. Yes. Signal those. So go here, and then just as a sort of last thing. So we've got this glass load, and why not? Why not make a horrible convoluted station? Because that always feels like a good idea. Horrible convoluted station. So this is going to be where we unload our sand, and this is not necessarily that good capacity. That's sort of quite low capacity of this single track station, but it'll be fine. I'll just pop that there. And if people sometimes complain, they say, "Oh, you know, you." Let's get sound off. Right. Yes. They say, "Well, you put your signals just after junctions. Isn't that a horrible mistake? And you know it's not going to work, and everything is going to break, and you're going to regret it." The actual fact, like, it's one of those things which, like the internet that loves. By internet, I usually mean sort of discussion forums and whatever. Do love their hard and fast rules. Here is a rule that you apply the same way every single time, no matter what. You just say, this is how it is. The end of story. I've been told this. It's how it works. There is no room for any nuance or difference, or, you know, maybe this applies. But actually, I find, like, while that signalling thing is entirely true, in a situation where a train could block track while it's waiting at the signal, for situations like that where you're just sort of continuing forward, it doesn't really matter so much. In fact, you have the opposite problem. It's let's just do my age thing. Right, remaining lifetime is more than 0 or more than 1. We shall skip. Otherwise, we shall go to the first depot we can find, which will be. Well, let's not try not to make it in a really inefficient, stupid place. So I was going to say that. Well, actually, probably doesn't matter if it's inefficient. So we'll just go there. There we go. So that's going to be our new sand trains. We carry sand somewhere, don't we? Already? Yes, we already had some sand trains. Wonder where those go. Probably could be made more efficient. So I'm going to pop that in there. Then just going to clone that a couple of times. And we'll go. Did I refit it for sand? That's my usual failure. No, I didn't. No, that was a bit of a failure, wasn't it? Well, let's go back to the depot. Let's refit that for sand. 324 tons. Oh, this might be a bit much, actually. But so that's going to be sand. That's fine. That's going to be sand. But yes, this thing where, like, if you're doing a junction where there's actually a split, there's absolutely no problem in adding a signal directly after the junction. And same with this, where you have a merge. There's no problem. In fact, the main thing is it's actually an advantage, because as you'll see here, this path is now clear already. Whereas if there wasn't a signal there, if you had to wait for the signal to train to get all the way here to the next signal, this couldn't start moving until it was down here. So that actually helps. And that looks very bad. And that can be what we do in the next episode. This is my hook to keep you watching. So this is what we will deal with next.